Central School, Mrs. Hewing here, bringing you another comprehension strategy. So today I'm going to talk to you about your reading voice and your thinking voice. Now these are two voices that hopefully you hear inside your head as you're reading a story. Now to practice this after a while, I'm going to need you to have a book. So do me a favor, go grab a book that you've been reading right now. Hit pause on the video real quick, run and grab the book and come right back. All right, you're back with the book now, right? Okay, so the reading voice is the voice that you use to actually read the words. Now, we have to read what the author has written on the page, and that's all that your reading voice is just reading the words that the author has written. Now, our other voice, our thinking voice, is a little bit different, and it's a little bit quieter. As we're reading those words, we should also be thinking about the words. This is kind of a quiet voice. As you're reading those words out loud, in your brain, you should be doing a little bit of thinking. What's happening in this story? What do I understand? What do I predict is going to happen next? So, just to show you an example, I have a poem that I'm going to read to you here real quick from Miles of Smiles by Bruce Lansky. Now, this poem is called The Yuckiest Sandwich. And as I read it, you're going to hear my reading voice as I'm reading the poem to you. But there are going to be times where I might pause and you might hear my quieter thinking voice as I'm thinking about what's going on in this poem. So, the yuckiest sandwich. Take a slice of moldy bread. Ooh, moldy bread. Yuck. Spread it thick with mud. Add an onion ring or two, topped with slimy crud. Okay, this is my thinking voice. What is going on? A sandwich with bread and mud and onion rings. I mean, I like onions sometimes, but this is not sounding good. Sprinkle fish food all around. Add a dried up bug. Well, my thinking voice again. It is called the yuckiest sandwich, so they are going for yucky here. Okay, back to my reading voice. Smear the whole thing with the lint you picked up off the rug. Garnish it with coffee grounds or hairspray from your mother. Then wrap it up in cellophane and give it to your brother. My thinking voice is coming back. I get it now. You're making a totally disgusting, yucky sandwich and giving it to your brother. Would any of you do that at home? Okay, but now hopefully you've seen my two voices. You heard me reading the poem, The Yuckiest Sandwich, and all the lines that I read. But you noticed that there were times where my voice got quiet and I was thinking through what was happening. So, now that you have your book in your hand, I want you to give it a try. I want you to open up, if you've got a chapter book, read it just a page, maybe two. If you have a shorter picture book, you can read quite a few pages. But as you're reading, I want you to stop and think. Are you using your reading voice? Are you reading the author's words? But are there times when you're pausing and listening to your thinking voice and thinking inside your head about what is happening in the story? All right, it's your turn to try it out. See if you can use both your reading voice to read the words and your thinking voice to think about the words and what's happening.